Well, hello, my beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-July right through to mid-August 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who is coming in your way. Also, I'm opening up the competition to win a free personal reading from me. I'll let you know how to win that competition because some people are here just for the reading, so I'll get straight on with that and I'll let you know about the competition a little bit later on. But let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit guides, Green Angels. Your card is getting really complicated now. Thank you so much. Please guide my beautiful Scorpio. What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Okay. Now, when the deck gets so complicated, it means that there is radical change. And this could be radical change in your status. Could mean someone new is coming in. Your first card there is the book. So learning a lot about yourself, major revelations there. I feel like you may have even closed a book or a chapter on a person and now you are moving forward. There's no going back. I am getting a very, very strong energy coming through. Even though this is a singles love reading, I'm picking up very strongly on someone who is trying to forget you, but they can't. They dream of rekindling the relationship with you. However, they are seeing, or they notice, or you let them know, that your healing process means that your boundaries are so high now, their self-sabotaging routines don't cut it and they cannot access your life anymore. I'm actually hearing a song that is going with this person as well. It is message in a bottle, sending out an SOS. So you may hear from this person, and I feel they may call you when they're either under the influence, perhaps, or they may message you. They may actually be reaching out to you because they're going through a turbulent time, and you represent, and I've said this before to some of you beautiful Scorpios, you may represent this person's lighthouse in their storm. Okay, so it can be an X. I'm feeling it's very strong X energy. Now, this reading is about singles, so I want you to be aware of that energy that's coming in though, because I feel they may try to reach out to you even before the Mercury retrograde. Okay, so that's coming out strongly there. You may even hear that song before they reach out. But looking at the energy, I feel you've actually tried to help this person more than once. I feel like you're going to be very strict with yourself, and I feel that you are not allowing this person access to your heart anymore. I feel like you're over that. Okay, so I'm going to move away from that with a lot of respect and focus on the single energy that's coming out. Now, your first card there, of course, is the book. And the book is about knowledge. Of course, this is about you learning more about what you're capable of. It's about you being in control of your destiny and the next steps of your story. I'm getting a lot of energy from this card, and it's like you've been realizing that happiness is not about your job or being in a relationship. It's about you soul searching and realizing that happiness is all about the discovery in life. It's about the hope, the listening to your heart, the following of your heart wherever it leads you to. Happiness is always about being kinder to yourself and letting go of relationships that feel like punishment or experiences that feel like punishment. Happiness is always about embracing the person that you're becoming. It's about understanding that happiness is always about learning to live with yourself and love yourself And happiness is never in the hands of others, okay? Happiness is not outside yourself, it is from within. So I feel like you've been on a big soul-searching mission, asking bigger philosophical questions, and I'm really getting an energy here because, of course, number 26, when you reduce it, 2 plus 6 is 8, the number of the self. You're focusing on your own needs and learning about what it is you need at this time, because some of you may have put your own needs above others, and this may have been something that you've done since childhood, okay? I feel actually you've had to grow up quite quickly. I feel that even when you were younger, you had responsibility somehow on your shoulders, and I really get a sense that when it comes to relationships, part of that responsibility or that taking charge sort of manifests in a relationship. And I get this sense that you're just tired of always being the one who has to be strong for everybody, the one who leads in a relationship. I also feel this energy of, you being fed up of the dating scene. It's almost like you've closed the chapter on finding love right now, and you're just focused on learning more about your life, about your belief system, your sense of purpose, your destiny. And I feel like you've been really strict with yourself because you've had responsibility on your shoulders. So I feel like you've been more focused on your family, your friends, building a life of structure, of security, financial reward. And I feel... Thanks so much, I'm so grateful. There's part of you, and male or female, this is not a gender-specific reading. I feel there's part of you that's almost like unpicking the romantic kind of narrative that has been given to us when we were younger. So it's like, it's almost like the romance novels. Life is not like that. And you've had a bit of a rude awakening when it comes to love, and you're kind of like unlearning some stuff, reprogramming your subconscious mind in some way in order to put your life in review and say, you know what, I'm choosing to be happy for me. And I feel like you're waiting for someone who is strong enough to walk by your side. But it's almost like part of you has resigned yourself, that you've waited so long for love that you may feel it's not coming. Okay. Now also, that's not true, because I feel like you are about to meet someone who is destined to be put on your path. But when you meet this person, I also feel like you're going to be very detached from this person, almost like you don't trust, or you're going to be really strict with yourself, that you're not going to rush into anything. You're going to allow this person to come to you. But also, I'm getting this very strong energy, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this. I'm a Scorpio myself, so I know when the energy sort of calls us out. I love the element of truth, but at the same time, I'm like, ooh, that's a little bit harsh. Some of you, it feels like you've not been looking for love, so how can you expect to find it? But this may be an inner narrative that you've got right now, and I feel that no matter what, you're going to be put on the path to meet this new person, whether you're looking or not. Right now, I feel like you're focused more on your own needs. I feel with the book energy, this is about you sort of like discovering what you're capable of. And I also feel, well, I am picking up on this energy. As I said, there's someone who's trying to forget you, but they can't. I feel this energy, this person may be spying on you, but you're going to hear from this person, okay? And they're actually going to tell you a home truth. They're going to tell you something about how they felt about you. And the measure of your energy when they reach out to you is that you're over this. Okay, emotionally, it does not affect you. And that's why I'm mentioning it, because I feel you need to be aware that they're going to reach out. But at the same time, you're seeing how strong you are, that you've moved away from this energy. This person may have let you down in some way. You're definitely looking for a new start. We have the Child here. It's in the resistance position. So I feel like you may have been in a period of learning more about yourself, but also healing. You haven't been ready to really open yourself up to someone new, but that's all about to change, because this is the LENORMAND deck, and this card literally means new beginning. Okay, it means fresh new start, transformation. And it's number 13, of course, which is the Death card energy. So this can indicate that, you've been basically breaking old patterns, cycles repeat, expectations. It just feels like you've been doing a major declutter and soul search in your life, and you're just cutting out anything that is less than you truly deserve at this time, at any time, really. And I feel like you are breaking repetitive cycles. So you may have had a person who tried to re-enter your life. You may have had experiences that were teaching you the same lesson about loving yourself. And I mean, the Child there, and the book together, some of you could be really looking back at the past, childhood wounding. You know, you may have grown up in an environment where you felt it was not safe to express yourself or, you know, open yourself up to love in some way. So some of you may be resolving some issues there in a very profound way that helps you move on from those experiences and really take charge of your life and recognize that these experiences, whilst they shaped you and formed you, they are not going to impede on your happiness moving forward. For example, you know, if you witness parents or guardians divorcing, it can sort of give you a different viewpoint of love, that perhaps love does not stick around, or it becomes turbulent or bitter in some way. These could be things that you witnessed in childhood, and although that's not your love story, it's not your love narrative, it can have influenced you as a child and made you feel that when you get deeply into a relationship, it exposes part of you and things can become turbulent. Also, sometimes certain environments teach children that love, you know, unless there's a battle going on, then maybe there's not true love, and that's not true at all. So I feel like it's almost like unlearning some things that perhaps you have witnessed. And this is, of course, not going to resonate with everyone, but that's something that's very profound that's coming through right now because of the child card being present there. But also, I feel some of you have had a really difficult experience in love yourself. It may have given you trust issues. It may have broken part of you, that part of you that hopes for a pure, innocent love, because you may have learned that some people have agendas or they hide parts of themselves, and you know, you're someone who always seeks the truth, and you may have felt that it's not safe for you to open up in love going forward based on the experiences that you have had in the past, and you may be looking at that. But remember, anyone new who comes into your world, they're not going to emulate a pattern or a cycle, because remember, the book is now closed. That is your past, and you're not going back to those experiences. However, you may be a little bit cautious. Now, I am being given an energy that some of you, and again, don't shoot the messenger, wow. The energy that's coming through here is some of you may have been hiding parts of yourself. Okay, parts of yourself that perhaps you've been learning to love yourself more in. And also, it's like, because I'm getting this sense that you've had to be strong in life, because life has thrown a few curveballs at you. You've had to be that warrior. So it's almost like part of you's been hiding that vulnerable side, okay, because you felt it's not safe to show that, because sometimes people, you know, they use that against you. You may have experienced that in your past. So it's almost like when you go into new relationships, you have this very sort of like tough exterior, and you may wonder, are people intimidated by this? But that's not true at all. The right person is going to want to break down those walls and get to know you on a deeper level. So what I'm getting here is this is about you during this period, self-revelation, but also giving yourself permission to rise and shine in all of your glory. I feel like you're tired of feeling less or not enough or broken somehow. And that could be due to life, doesn't have to be due to relationships. But when we get into relationships or open ourselves up to a level of intimacy, it can feel really daunting. And I feel some of you, you know, you've been like trying to almost like put yourself back together after a really difficult experience. You've been gathering those parts of yourself from the shadows, as it were, to give yourself permission to be seen again, to open yourself up to a new beginning and to be loved, because you are lovable. Okay, so I feel, you know, it is here that you put yourself back together as a whole, and you are one, you are love, and you are lovable. And I feel here that there is a wonderful new experience available to you in love, and it almost feels like first love. You know, when you and this person, because I do see there's a new person coming in, it's almost like this discovery of like where it's going to go, this deep kind of rich relationship. And I feel it's quite exciting and mysterious, but at the same time, both of you are really honest and open with each other. So, I mean, your outcome energy, those two energies coming off the man card. Now, again, male or female, it's not a gender-specific reading. In the Lenormand deck, the man literally means to take action, okay? So some of you, if you've just been learning about love or learning about yourself, or you haven't really been taking action to put yourself in a position to meet new people or new experiences, because I feel some of you have been holding back because you've just been doing life. You know, there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. I mean, some of you, if you've been in a high level commitment in the past and you've got children, you may be focusing on those responsibilities, guiding them and their future. For some of you, if you're not having children or you haven't had a child, it can be that you're just trying to run life in the smoothest way possible. And you've just been so busy that you haven't got space for love. But also I feel some of you, you just haven't met somebody who has that spark. And I feel that in the next coming months, I actually feel there's a potential here for you to really put the past completely behind you and open yourself up to a wonderful new beginning. And I feel there is a divine counterpart coming in here because, you know, when you get the man or the woman in the LENORMAND deck, it just basically means you're about to meet a divine counterpart. Especially with the key, it means this person is your destiny. You're meant to meet this person. And we have the whip here. Now, this can also indicate that, you know, you are someone who's super independent and you don't need anybody. You may want somebody, but you've kept love at arm's length for a while to heal the inner child, but also to basically be ready, prepare yourself for new love because, you know, the experiences that you had may have put you off for a little while, or you may have just felt like there's no one out there who has what you're looking for. So you've been focusing on learning more about yourself, enriching your life, and basically showing up for yourself. So that whip can indicate when you meet someone new, it's almost like you keep them at a bit of an arm's length in order to observe them. You know, I feel, and this is important to recognize that I am a Scorpio too, so I kind of understand some of the patterns that maybe you may find yourself in sometimes, especially when you're about to go really deep with a person. There's just this moment of pause before you get in really, really deep, because you know that when you commit to a person on a deeper level, you give all of yourself to the point where you merge with a person. So you know what you are set to lose if you really dive in and this person is not serious. But I see that you're about to meet someone who's very serious here, but there's almost like this pause. Now, it's really important to recognize energy. We're all energy. So if you are really feeling it with somebody, when you meet this person, you're thinking this is the one, okay? And you take that small step back to really observe this person and whether they come towards you. It's not a game. I feel it's an energetic exchange, and I feel you're in a very protective measure when you meet this person. So it's almost like this moment of stepping back to protect yourself, to go, whoa. Before I get really involved in this, let me just dissect it, analyze it. Remember that this person energetically can feel you stepping back also. So I feel keeping the lines of dialogue, communication open are key. You know, really expressing yourself that you sometimes need your own space and that it's not something that they've done or something that is detrimental to the relationship. It's important to state boundaries and say, you know what, sometimes I need my own time. And of course, everybody needs their own time. They need their own space. But sometimes when we don't communicate it, it can be misconstrued. And I feel some of you may have had that sort of experience in the past. And I feel like you don't want to repeat it with this new person who's coming in there as well. Now, the whip can also indicate an energy of tension or conflict, or feeling that when you get into high-level commitments and you expose a part of yourself, a vulnerable side, that it's like you may feel that you're going to repeat a cycle where you get hurt. So if you have been hurt in the past, I feel some of you, you're just wondering, is it going to happen again? Is there going to be a repeat of a cycle? Well, the answer is no. This person is your destiny. You're going to see lots of synchronistic numbers. Okay, you've got 33 there, 11. So this is basically soulmate numbers. 33, when you reduce it, of course, is 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. So this is about a soulmate connection coming in. This person is your destiny. But also, I feel this person is a really good communicator. What you see is what you get with this person. They're very passionate. They take control. They're emotionally available. But also, I feel this person, they're going to tell you a secret about themselves straight away. They feel that comfortable with you that they're like, you know what? I don't want any secrets from you. I'm going to tell you all. And that's really refreshing for you. And it may even be like, you and this person meet. I haven't seen where you're going to meet right now, but with the book being present, some of you may meet this person at a place where you learn something or where you open yourself up to information. That could be in a conference, it could be at a class of learning, could be at college, could be at university, could be a night class. I mean, it could be work, but it could also be like, a historical getaway. So it feels very enriching wherever you meet this person. But I feel like, you could be deep in conversation with this new person, and it's like, I feel there's this question kind of thrown out there, like, tell me a secret. Tell me something you've never told anyone before. And this person, they volunteer something straight away because they basically are like, you know what, I've met you and there's something already there that I just don't want any secrets. So I feel this person's going to really be honest and open with you, which is really refreshing. So let's get to the Celtic Cross just to see a little bit more about who this person is, where you're going to meet them. Ace of Cups. Yep, we've got new love coming on in here for you. This is a relationship that's going to be very romantic. This is something that you're calling in right now, and it's not too far away because it's actually crossed with the Eight of Wands. I feel like you've waited a long time for true love. Someone who, has gone through a spiritual process where they take accountability for their actions. Someone who knows what they want. We've got the Ace of Wands. Look at this. Lots of aces indicate new chemistry, a spark between you and somebody. We've got the Star. This is about you shining your light. We've got the Two of Cups. Oh my gosh, Scorpio, what's going on here? You've got all the good cards. Normally it's like a Tower, the Devil card, the Death card, but you're getting some really positive cards here that indicate new love is on the horizon for you, and it's about time. Yeah, the World card. This is everything you ever wished for in a relationship. Now, of course, no person is perfect, right? In fact, you'd probably be super suspicious of anyone who claims they were perfect. But I feel this person, they are someone who has searched the world for someone like you, and they are never, ever going to let you go. And they're going to treat you accordingly. I feel this person knows when they have met someone really special, and vice versa. There's a lot of love coming through with this person. Now, this person, we have the World card there. So some of you, how would you like to receive? Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands there, and we have the Eight of Wands there. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? And we have the King of Swords. Yeah, so this person, they can have strong Gemini in their chart, is what I see there. This person, they are someone who knows what they want. They're very organized, this person. I also get truth is everything to this person. So you two are going to get on like a house on fire. And I feel that this person, they have a lot of charisma, okay? I feel also they're a very deeply thoughtful person. There's a lot of depth to this person. And there's something about their eyes, they are alluring and magnetic. And I feel both of you get lost in conversation for hours and hours and hours. They don't just have Gemini in their chart. I feel also they have a bit of earth, they have a bit of water, of fire. Actually, they have quite a lot of energy in their chart. So they're quite well balanced is what I see. Strong Aquarius energy as well. So they kind of think outside the box. They're very original, very quirky. And I'm also getting this energy of conventionally attractive. Okay, I don't normally talk about aesthetics in my readings, but I'm being told they're conventionally attractive, whatever that means. So let's get to your reading. We have the Ace of Cups. This is where you're calling in right now, that you are creating space for love, because the Ace of Cups, remember, this is all about unconditional love. Once you become love and start to fall in love with your life, that's when you meet a different frequency and you attract people who are healed into your life, someone who knows what they want. So the Ace of Cups, the cup of love, always starts with the self first. So I feel like, you are opening yourself up to possibilities and you're bringing your dreams of love into being. This is also about you like finding love in the darkest or hardest of places. So it almost feels like you don't expect to meet this person. However, love will be presented to you there. But I feel like you've decided that actually you want to come out of your comfort zone. You want to let yourself be seen and be loved because you are lovable. You tend to go above and beyond in love and you have a lot of empathy. So you actually are a natural born healer. And that's why you may have attracted people who needed fixing or come to you when they're at critical stages in their life, because you always tend to present as that lighthouse in the storm, that you are there for them, that you help them resolve their problems. But remember, you're not just here to be someone's emotional crutch. It's wonderful to be a good friend or an incredible human where you help people, but remember, you also came to this lifetime to be loved, and you deserve love. So right now you are vibing at a frequency of love, and you're attracting the Two of Cups, which means you're getting a soulmate. Now also, what's crossing you, Eight of Wands. You may have entered into relationships that kind of like fizzled out, went nowhere, or really transformed you in some way. You learned a lot of lessons, and some of these lessons were really harsh, okay? It's almost like as well, you've had experiences in the past where you kind of like expect trouble or turbulent energy in love in general. So it could be that, you know, you've associated love with drama or addiction, addictive behavior, almost like you want to devour each other. Now, of course, that kind of passion is wonderful, and you will find that kind of passion with this new person as well. However, they don't come with toxicity. They come with this level of healing, of knowing what they want, you know, vocalizing their needs and having like an open, honest conversation where they take accountability and responsibility for their actions, but also how they conduct themselves as well. Now, the Eight of Wands also indicates that, you know, you're stepping into a very transformative time, that you are about to, after a long period of waiting, suddenly there's going to be an improvement in your love life. And some of you may actually be going to an event, okay, that's coming up quite shortly, and you may meet this person, strike up a conversation with this person, because I'm actually seeing train tracks right now, okay? I'm seeing train tracks that go all the way down towards the sun. So it could be that you're on track to meet this person. This person's going to be, of course, presenting an environment where you will feel very happy with them. Because, of course, remember, happiness is not outside yourself, it is within. And I feel both of you have this wonderful vibrational match. You could also meet this person at a place where there is challenge. By that, I mean like competition or a sporting event or a place where you challenge yourself. The Eight of Wands is actually, you know, energy, moving quickly. So I feel, you know, you are going to meet this person quite soon. With the World card energy, I feel like you've been closing out, you know, unfinished business with previous lessons or with previous experiences or a person, and now you're so ready to move on. But some of you may have been feeling stuck for a certain period of time, either due to lack of confidence or you've been learning a lesson about boundaries, okay? Stating your intentions and not letting anyone overstep a mark in your boundaries. But I also feel some of you, you know, you may have been learning a lesson about the quickness of a relationship, you know, getting involved with someone, it's so passionate, intense, and that's wonderful, but you may have met people in the past where it was not sustainable, and you quickly kind of identify people who are either wasting your time or who perhaps have, you know, sort of, how can I put that? Felt like they don't want a long-term relationship, or there's disruptive energy, because, you know, this Eight of Wands in this position, it can indicate that you were connected to somebody and you thought it was going somewhere and then it stalled, okay? And it could be something that you were healing over the last couple of years or months, and you've just been closing out that emotional chapter, and now you're moving forward. What is below you? Ace of Swords, a new conversation. This is the earthly plane position, so this means you're going to be striking up new conversations with a new person. And I feel like, you know, it's a very deep, intense conversation where you're like, hang on a minute, this person, they really get me, they see me. And I feel vice versa. You actually see this person and they are, someone is true blue. Ace of Swords also indicates destiny and fate. Whenever you get an Ace of Swords, it is like Pegasus energy, where you have a transformation, a breakthrough, you're rising above challenge, and things will be happening now with great velocity and speed. So expect quick results. You know, it feels very much like, and it's not love bombing or anything like that. This person, this new person who's coming in, they know what they want, and so do you. So when you meet this person, I feel it is instant. It's an instant attraction. And, you know, I feel both of you walk away from each other thinking, this could be love. And then you start to explore it and get really curious about it. And of course, then you'll find that it is love. So wonderful breakthrough with that Ace of Swords. This card can also indicate suddenly you know that this is the person, okay? It's like a moment of clarity, a realization. Now, some of you, I'm just going to address, there's a small portion of energy that's just popped up there. Some of you may have been going through a very difficult period and you've put your search for love off because either you've gone through a procedure or you've been unwell or you just haven't felt right within yourself to put yourself in a position to open your space up for love. Remember, everything happens in divine timing. So if you really are against not wanting to accept love at this time, or you are convalescing, take the time that is necessary to do that before you open yourself up to love, because you will be in the right place at the right time to meet love. The World card always indicates that there is a time and a place and a cycle, and when you are ready, you're called forward to be in that cycle, and you will meet the person when you're meant to meet them. But I just want to address the energy here because some of you may be feeling that love is not showing up for you. No matter your age, if you are vibing at a frequency to find love, then you're going to find it. And your starting card was the Ace of Cups. You have a lot of love to offer. You are love itself, and now you are attracting a vibrational match is what I see. Now, of course, in the past position, we have the star energy, which means a lot of you have been healing, and it may have taken a long time to resolve some things within yourself. And it will always take the time that is necessary because everybody is different. But also this is about you choosing a healthier lifestyle, being in a new phase of life, being connected to this oneness and wisdom that you have been receiving in order to affect personal development and growth. But also this is about embracing a brand new you and allowing yourself to shine, to be seen, to really be seen. So some of you may have actually been learning about how to open yourself up a little bit more, even if you're feeling a little bit vulnerable. But it's really about tapping into your intuition and knowing when the right person arrives that you feel comfortable to open yourself up to that person as well. So sometimes it can take a while for us to learn how to articulate how we feel, especially if you're someone who tends to be shy, or when emotions are so overwhelming. You know, sometimes we shut down a little bit, especially if you've had a heartbreak in the past or you've gone through something really traumatic in the past. It can make you feel really cautious about opening up. And you may feel that you've missed an opportunity to really be with someone because you couldn't really articulate how you feel, or, you know, you felt that you couldn't proceed with the union. Remember, what is meant for you will never pass you by. And the right person will encourage this sense of openness. So I feel like you're about to meet this person where it feels naturally organic to just have this flowing conversation and basically open up to each other. And I feel it's really refreshing that you're about to meet this person. Now, of course, the star energy also indicates a really bright, loving future ahead of you with this person. I feel this person, they would offer the world if they had it to offer. This new person who's coming in, they want to see you happy and vice versa. And I feel like both of you are looking in the same direction in terms of your goals. And with the star energy, I feel here that this is clarity. You're going to realize why it didn't work with anybody else in the past when you meet this new person. And again, I keep being given this very sort of refreshing, free kind of energy where you're aligning yourself with a wish, because stars tend to represent, recognizing that you've met the one, but also you aligning yourself with the wish of love that perhaps you've been hoping for. But also it's more than that. I'm getting an energy here of your dreams becoming a reality, making progress in love, and feeling that actually there is someone out there who gets you. And we have that Two of Cups. Now, this is what you're calling in. This is the potential and possibility. Two of Cups is, of course, love, a union, an affinity, and an attraction with a person who is on the same page as you. You will become a couple with this person. There is reciprocity, there is friendship, there is love, there is romance and passion. And I feel this person, the two of you together, you add that special sparkle ingredient that is not present with anybody else. It feels very much like chemistry between you both. And I feel with the World card, it's like you reach your goal, because the World card is like coming full circle. Okay. The World card is a feeling of satisfaction, of completion, like you found the one, fulfillment, and you have a deeper understanding now of why, as I said, everything in the past did not work out or worked out the way it happened. Even though if it disappointed you in the past, you were meant to learn lessons from it. Also, the World card, I'm being given this energy that some of you, you may be traveling or you may be thinking about emigrating, and this could be where you would meet this person. I'm being given like an atlas or a book that has the world written on it or embossed on it. So this could be that, this could be that you're traveling and looking at maps right now, or it could be that this person is the world to you, or vice versa. Maybe they're from a different part of the world than you, and they're traveling or they're relocating and you find each other. But I'm really getting this energy of like billions of people in the world, and there's that one person who's laid out for you, and you're going to find them. It's like, what are the odds? So some of you may have had conversations with your friends recently, like, what are the odds of me finding that one person in billions of people that's meant to be for me? Well, you're about to find that person, and they're about to find you, okay? So with the Seven of Pentacles, this is your advice to yourself in this moment. This is an alternative approach. Now, what I'm getting here is that this new person who's coming in, they may not be your usual type. However, I feel it's like an instant attraction. The Seven of Pentacles is like a decision needs to be made. So I feel some of you are looking at where you're feeling dissatisfied in your life right now, and you're looking at changing your life in some way. I feel that, things will develop with this person in a nice, slow, organic fashion. But a Seven of Pentacles, it tends to mean you're not giving up on love, but you are aware that you need to do something different in your life to get a different outcome. So, for example, if you tend to meet a person in, the same old place, you may be like, I'm fed up of that now because it doesn't really last. So I'm not going to meet a person in that way anymore. I'm going to meet a new person in a different way. Also, when you have the Seven of Pentacles, it can indicate that, you're admitting what is no longer for you. And by taking the courage to let go of perhaps a person or a situation that you held on to tightly for so long and you really thought it was meant to be, but it isn't. And I feel it's time to let go of something, close that chapter. By having the courage to do that, that gives space for the right person to come in. Imagine how it felt with the wrong person, how incredible it's going to feel with the right person. So I feel right now you're in a period of restructuring your life in some way. And I'm being given this energy with the Seven of Pentacles that you're saving yourself for the one, that you've been patient. And yes, things have been delayed and you've been waiting a long time, but now you will successfully meet the person that you've always meant to be with. Now we have the, what one's that? Eight of Swords. Now this is in your exterior position. And what I mean by that is this is the outside circumstances. You're feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit nervous. Perhaps you feel that life is passing you by in some way and you're trying to just get busy living. The Eight of Swords can indicate some of you are feeling a bit anxious, maybe based on previous experiences, or the world has become a very changed place and you may be looking for things in a person now that you didn't think about before or were not really a thing before, and you may be just really cautious about opening yourself up to love. The Eight of Swords really is about facing something. Okay, it can be that you're saying goodbye to an illusion of a person from the past, someone who perhaps promised the world and delivered nothing. Could also be that you've been really busy and that's sort of kept up all your time and kept you stuck with your responsibilities, and you felt you never had time or space to open yourself up to love. But it being in this position indicates that you are liberating yourself out of a stuck situation. There's freedom here. But let me just pull a card on the Eight of Swords, because I feel like you tend to move through life and you don't really notice when people are noticing you. Okay, you get a lot of attention. You're very magnetic, but you may not notice when people are noticing you. Ace of Wands. I mean, how many aces are you going to get in this reading? Aces are new energy. They are divinely guided by the universe. As you can see in pretty much all of the cards, when you get an ace in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there's always a hand from the universe popping in to say, okay, I give you this gift. And it is the potential. So there's a lot of chemistry between you and somebody. But I feel it's like at first, even though both of you walk away from a conversation thinking, okay, this is something pretty serious and special that I want to explore even further, I feel at first you don't notice this person noticing you. Okay, so it could be that you're at like a group event and this person sees you across the room and they're like, okay, I really want to know who that person is. I'm being drawn to that person, but you just are not aware of them being drawn to you until they're right by your side and having a conversation. But this Ace of Wands, you know, I feel it's that you can't see right now that the universe is about to step in and transform your life and how you feel about love, because this love is different. And I feel with that Ace of Wands there, this is new, it's special, there's a lot of chemistry, there's a spark, and I feel it's the budding start to a wonderful romance. Also, I feel there's a vision of the future. I feel like you see a future with this person. It's almost like immediate, but it's only when you walk away. So it feels very much like when you meet this person, wonderful conversation, you're in the moment, and then you walk away and you have time to reflect on what just happened. And you're like, oh my gosh, I think this could be the one. And it's when that settles that you realize this is something really special. Okay, now we have a hope and a fear position, which is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the fear, of course, would be that you may be worried about meeting a player or someone who is not interested in a relationship, or perhaps someone who is passionate but cannot sustain the level of passion, because you are a very passionate soul and you tend to keep that spark alive by regenerating your energy all the time. And you may have felt really fed up in the past of always having to bring the sparkle to relationships, or, you know, bring the new ideas and the excitement. You want someone who's strong enough to walk by your side and someone who can reignite that spark like you can and basically maintain a relationship. So anybody who is not serious about a relationship, or who's only here for the physical side, I feel like, you know, you are really making sure that you cut those people out of your situation. I feel like you're not really looking for a fling. I do feel for some of you there is a potential for a flirtation if you want one, because I feel like, you know, you are highly attractive at this time. But when you meet this new person, you're going to know that there's something more to it. There's some depth to it. And it's a meeting of minds as well as a physical attraction. Of course, the hope here is to settle down with someone who is passionate, adventurous, someone who doesn't have a lot of baggage or takes baggage from a previous relationship into the present one. Anyone who is, and again, don't shoot the messenger when I say this, for some of you, and it may not be all of you, but it's some of you, I get this energy that you want to make sure that you are connecting to someone who's completely resolved any issues with their ex, that they're not opening lines of communication where things could get muddy. Now, of course, some people, they remain friends with their ex, and that's cool, you know, as long as they're over it. But I feel you don't want anyone who is confused about how they feel about their ex or potentially going back there. You just don't want the lines to be blurred. You want someone who knows what they want. So I feel that's why this card has shown up in this position. But you're about to meet someone who's very passionate, someone who is a bit of a free spirit, but also knows what they want as well. Also, you don't want anyone who is chaotic, who basically turns your life upside down, messes with your inner peace. I feel that's something you've been protecting for quite some time, and I feel like you're proud of the lifestyle that you have built for yourself, even though, you know, life is all about ups and downs. But I really get a sense here that you've been conserving yourself for the one, and I feel this is the person who's coming in. We've got the King of Swords there, Gemini energy. This is someone who is a deeply reflective, thoughtful person, has a lot of charisma. I feel, you know, this is an energy here. This person you know, I feel like they deal with things really methodically, and I feel they may have their own business, or they may be an entrepreneur, or they're definitely trying to work that way. It could also be like a managerial kind of role, or they're a leader, basically, is what I see. They're very talented, very gifted, but also they're very open, very wise, very knowledgeable, and really honest. Okay, it's like you build a foundation of truth, honesty, and love with this person, and they also think before they act. Don't get me wrong, they're spontaneous, and they are fun to be with, but also I feel that they are someone who really thinks about something before they take action on it, so that they take accountability for who they are and what they stand for. And there's a lot of respect that goes with this person as well. Again, there's something about this person's eyes. Now, this is really interesting. It's almost like they've got a beauty spot in their eye. Okay, so it could be that they have a very distinguished mark in their eye, or maybe you do, and that's what is going to be a topic of conversation. I'm being shown that as well. But a wonderful open conversation with somebody here where, you know, it just feels like you've come home to this person. So I feel with the Eight of Wands being present that you're going to meet this person quite quickly. Okay, or it could be if you're just traveling, it could be that you meet them traveling or just after traveling. Okay, now, thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? I'm going to go 2 more before I close your reading. There they are. Okay, now this deck, it can really sort of like hint to what you've been going through and the direction that you're heading in as well. Okay, so we have disturbance, storm, disintegrate. Something turbulent you went through, you've been struggling with something, you've been trying to focus on that. For some of you, it could have been a separation. I mean, this is the equivalent of a tower. Okay, it's number 16 as well. So this can indicate something broke down, or you liberated yourself from something, or you're just tired of the same old repeat, or the same old routine, or, you know, the same lessons. And I feel like you are restructuring your life in some way. Remember, when we are shattered almost by higher frequencies, because remember, when a relationship breaks down, it can like destroy a part of ourselves, shatters us into little tiny pieces that we can put ourselves back together again stronger. But these high frequencies, they shatter all that is not authentic and true. That's what the tower is. It's about the lightning bolt hitting the crown chakra, the revelation, where you're like, everything changes. Nothing is going to be the same. But how will I rebuild? So I feel whatever difficulty you've been going through, especially if you had a separation or a breakup in the past, I feel this was pointing you to put more focus onto your dreams, your goals, or your true life's mission and purpose. It's almost like these people or situations were removed from your life so you could focus on your dreams, okay, or building a life that you aspire to. And it says here, when you look for the deeper meanings within dreams, you uncover a part of yourself, your psyche, information about yourself and others may be uncovered that goes ignored in waking life. Unravel, navigate, and recall. And that's why you got the book there. You're learning more about yourself. You're discovering more about your dreams and the people around you. And I feel like you've been building in knowledge. But also I feel you may even dream about an event before you meet this person. And I'm hearing a song that goes with this. I got a feeling tonight's going to be a good night. Now this is a very famous song. It has shown up in a reading before, so listen out for the song. It could be, I think it's the Black Eyed Peas. Yeah, I'm not sure 100%. I'm gonna have to check that out. I can't really remember. When I'm channeling, I'm accessing a different part of my brain, and sometimes I can't, you know, access the sort of memory part. So I'm going to say it's the Black Eyed Peas. But anyway, I'll move away from that. You may hear that song on the radio. And I know that your reading has given me 2 songs, but for 2 different reasons, so listen out for those. You've also got finances, so I feel a lot of you have been focusing on your money at this time. But also this card, it kind of represents the investment in relationships. I feel like you're not going to rush into anything, because you've learned that if you rush in, then it may make you miss something. So I feel like you're a little bit more cautious, and you're basically creating an environment where you can have a healthy relationship with someone there as well. But it says here, prosperity, windfall, abundance. You will reap the rewards of something you've been working towards and patiently waiting on. Your perseverance will pay off. So it doesn't have to be about money. Okay, it can be about the fact that you have been going through a major period of personal development and you are purifying your environment so that you can create space for a healthy love to come on in. And then you'll be rewarded, of course, with this person who emulates healthy love. You know, it's almost like a mirrored kind of energy there as well. We've got decision, free will, and judgment. So the judgment card can be connected to someone coming back or wanting another chance. So do watch out for that. But if anything, I feel this is about you sort of breathing a breath of fresh air in your life, purifying your life in some way, learning the lessons, moving on, creating stability, sanctuary, and serenity in your world, and not allowing anyone in who basically would mess with your inner peace. And we also have masculine. Now, you did have the man there, so this is the masculine energy of taking charge, taking action. Okay, it says here, be decisive and take action. And you've got the sun there, heat. I do feel that there is going to be a passionate connection coming in, but also I feel for some of you, especially if you've been in hermit mode for quite some time, now it's about transforming your life in some way to change the outcome. It's number 13, so that is the transformational energy of the death card. That can indicate that you've been breaking old habits or breaking a cycle of repeat, and now you're creating space for something greater, and that wonderful relationship is headed in your direction. So very positive. I really feel like you've been going through a bit of a storm in life, but I do feel it's important to remember that storms, they clear the air. They take off the pressure and they create space for a new beginning, a regenerative energy as well. Okay, so I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. Okay, so we've got quite a lot here. Now also, before I finish the reading, some of you may want to enter the competition to win a free personal reading. If you do want to enter, all you have to do is take a moment of quietness and play a song called You're the Voice by John Farnham. Then write in the comments section below, I stand strong with an attitude of gratitude. Music, it raises vibrations, and since we're all at a very critical point in the world, it's important to play a song that raises vibrations right now. If you don't like this song, of course, that has been suggested by my guides, then please choose another song that resonates with you more. The effect shall be the same, but the sentence must be associated with a song, because vibrationally, energetically, it will sort of connect, and my guides will point me in the direction of one subscriber to win that free personal reading, and I'll announce the competition winner at the end of the month. Okay, now we have the clam. Okay, so this is about opening up a little bit more, but also, as you can see, there's a pearl of wisdom there in the center of the clam. Hope you can see that there. It's like an oyster, but I just get this energy of, you've been doing a lot of learning. There's a lot of wisdom there, and now you're ready to open up to somebody. The oyster or the clam, it tends to be present on the Queen of Cups cards, and that is to fall in love. It is to have emotional self-care and feel comfortable in your own skin in order to open yourself up to that level of vulnerability and find a soulmate. So I feel you're heading in the right direction there. We also have the lion, okay? So this is about being bold and daring, having confidence within yourself. For some of you, this could indicate that the person you're about to meet has a little bit of Leo in their chart as well. And a lion could also be a logo. Could be a logo on a business card or on, a sporting event, or perhaps on a billboard, and it could be associated with the person that you meet. So for example, if you go on a date with this person, they could be wearing a lion on their t-shirt, or they may have like a lion logo on their bag or something. So these signs and symbols, they may mean absolutely nothing to you right now, and then suddenly you're like, oh my gosh, they've got a lion on their watch or something, and you're like, these are all the signs pointing that this is the person. Now also we have the horse rune, and this is to make progress, and future changes are coming. There's movement in your relationship status, and trust the process. So quite an exciting time. You're moving forward. Definitely change happening here. Conversations, I mean, this will turn into a high level commitment. but I feel it'll be nice, slow, organic connection, but very, very passionate, hot and heavy there too. And I feel this person that you're about to meet, they're very knowledgeable. They have a lot of wisdom as well. So really interesting conversations with this person. And this person is the one, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little notification bell. It lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Scorpio, and love and light.